Look at me. Do you still have fun hunting even when we don't kill something?
Yes, I do.
What's fun about it?
It's just that you take me hunting.
That's what you enjoy about hunting?
Uh-huh. And you and me.
Right. That's what I enjoy about it too, Bubba. Killing is just, that's an added bonus. But the great part about being outdoors is me and you getting to spend time together, right?
Uh-huh.
And then all this work and all this time that we're putting in, it just makes that so much sweeter when you walk up to that big old buck and you grab onto his horns, you know it?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be no fun if you walked out there opening morning and shot the first buck that, big old buck. Okay, maybe it would be fun, but it's gonna make it so much sweeter because you're putting in all this time and all this work and all this effort and sitting through these cold mornings and these cold evenings and having these close calls. Here before long, just like Daddy had last weekend, it finally paid off, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's getting ready to happen to you. I can't tell you when, but it's getting ready to happen, all right?
Okay.
You want to go in town and get some pizza?
That's it.
Go watch OU?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's do it.
Boys.
Just the boys? That's what I'm talking about.
Although Benton killed a buck a couple days after that video was filmed, I thought it was a good reminder of what's truly important. When we as hunters sometimes only seem to focus on the trophy, we're missing out on what's most important. I'm thankful I have my 6-year-old son to remind me of that. From the time Benton was just a year or two old, he showed a passion for hunting that has only grown over the years. There are very few trips I went on that he didn't come out with his backpack full of hunting gear, thinking he was going to tag right along. There were a number of times that I just couldn't tell him no. He was sitting in a tree stand with me at 3 years old, and just a year later he had shot his first deer. Now at 7, he's sitting longer than most grown men and gets upset when sunset starts approaching. He loves being in the woods, he loves watching God's creation, and for some odd reason I think he loves spending time with me. The day will come when he no longer needs me, so I'm soaking up every minute I can.
October 31st, we're here in Kansas. We haven't even got to do an interview yet, or just since we climbed in and strapped in. We have had deer on us. We had a nice little 9-point come in, a mama and a fawn, and then saw him coming down the hill right at us. We got the GoPros on and got the crossbow up. Just that buck is right there on the verge. So what we're doing today, we would like to be sitting in that 2-man that we've been hunting, but we can't with this wind. And what's cool about this, where we're at right now, we're literally 12 yards from what we call the North Tree Stand. It's an old wooden stand with an old pipe ladder that my pops built years and years ago. I remember sleeping in that stand, and Pops would wake me up. Hey, here comes a deer.
Even though we didn't kill a deer this evening, it was one of the most memorable hunts I've had with Benton. realizing just how blessed I am to be able to bring my kids up on the same piece of ground that with the help of my pops has molded me into the man that I am today.
One of the coolest parts about this is just being posted up underneath an old cedar tree, like my pops and I have done hundreds of times. Well, here we are, guys. Are you up here? Where you at? Back here in Kansas. The rut is here. It is November, I don't even know what day it is, probably November 14th. Does that sound right? It's gotta be. Yesterday was Friday the 13th. We're back and forth between Kansas and Oklahoma so much I don't know where we're at sometimes. I checked the weather last night and it said it was 80% chance of rain at 6 a.m. Well, it didn't rain, so we went ahead and slept in. Got out here about 10 o'clock and we brought our sandwiches. We're gonna sit all day, right? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the great outdoors, huh? Did you hear that? There, over there.
After 7 hours in a tree and seeing multiple deer, finally a shooter comes in following a small buck.
Get your crossbow over there, Bubba. Come on, just get right up here. Stay there, stay there. No, don't move, don't move.
The smaller buck goes on through the timber, but this buck makes a 90-degree turn and heads straight to our tree.
Get right here, Bubba. Yes. Get your crossbow.
And just like every other time Benton gets an opportunity at harvesting an animal, my nerves set in and I start shaking like a leaf. Luckily, one of us remains calm.
Safety.
Get on him. As soon as he gets up here.
Get off safety though.
Yeah.
A couple more steps and he's in the clear, and Benton has a 10-yard shot, but he senses something, throws his head up and backs out. We try to get resituated, hoping he'll turn around and look, but he keeps going.
Can you see him? Are you on him?
Oh, it's just...
Luckily, he hits the same trail the smaller buck did and walks through the timber at 50 yards.
Are you on him? Use the second line. Okay. Use the third line. Are you on him? Use the third line. Oh, Ben Patch. You just spined him. Ben. You just... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Bubba. I cannot believe you did that. Oh my gosh, Bubba. You just... He's a good dude. Oh my goodness, Bubba. That might have been about...
I kind of was like, maybe...
Oh my gosh.
It went just from so high, so...
No, Bubba, it was a little bit high. That might have been Daddy's fault. I told you to use the third line. I thought that was a little over 50 yards. Bitch. That is the biggest buck ever. He is so big, Bubba. He was was right here at 10 yards, son. And he was just a couple steps from coming out. And he didn't. Let me take this crossbow. Oh my gosh. Benton, give me some. He is an awesome deer. He's a big old 10-pointer, son. Oh my gosh, Ben Batch. Benton, we have been in the stand for how many hours? Since 10:30 this morning. We've been in the stand. We've been in the stand a long time. Oh my gosh, Bubba. I cannot believe you just did that. Alright guys, we climbed down and we let him sit for a little bit. There's thunder and lightning up north. We don't have any service, so we're gonna run back to the truck, see what this storm's gonna do. Give Mama a call and have them come out. I think it's just a small storm. Have them come out and help us recover this buck. We want them to be there with us, don't we? So let's get back to the truck. Ben's a little worried. All right, let's go. They aren't gonna believe you, I don't think. But you shot a big one, you think?
Daddy, we're gonna find it with you guys.
You want to go find what?
The deer. Is it raining?
You want to go find a big buck?
Yeah. I'm cold, so I put my jacket on. Even I put jet hat on. Oi,
Mama
make
tell you
out.
what Bubba did?
Learn how to deer. Mama,
Yeah.
can you carry me?
Are y'all gonna go help us find it?
Yeah.
Follow these tracks all over the place. He looks up at me with a smiling face. Through the deepest woods, wide open space. We take one down and then we pray.
Look at me. Do you still have fun hunting even when we don't kill something? What's fun about it?
It's just that you take me hunting.
That's what you enjoy about hunting? Right? That's what I enjoy about it too, Bubba. I mean, killing is just, that's an added bonus, but the great part about being outdoors is me and you getting to spend time together, right? I mean, and then all this work and all this time that we're putting in, it just makes that so much sweeter when you walk up to that big old buck and you grab onto his horns, you know what?
Yeah.
It's gonna make it so much sweeter because you're putting in all this time and all this work and all this effort and sitting through these cold mornings and these cold evenings and having these close calls. Here before long, just like Daddy had last weekend, it finally paid off, right? It's getting ready to happen to you. I can't tell you when, but it's getting ready to happen, all right?
Time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. Once you've lost it, you can never get it back.
I'm gonna leave a legacy.
What we got?
A pizza.
Crack her open, let's see what she looks like.
That is good.
I mean, there's a lot of my favorites about hunting. This is one of them.
It's a
Cruising home with my son with a nice hot pizza.
and a deer in the back.
Deer in the back. How about that?
Yes, sir. This is fun.